Hey folks, my name is Travis S2. Welcome back to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Today is gonna be just quite a standard episode, you know? Like we're not doing anything too much. We're keeping it super basic, using a very standard vehicle, as you can tell. Kind of going all out with Mario standard. Some standard wheels. Got the regular super glider here. Yeah, and we are playing online. So, I mean, this is evidently a lot more different than previous online episodes. So it is kind of like our variety content for the week, and then the online episode will be different. I am actually recording this before the online episode, and I kind of am anticipating that. Oh my goodness, that sucks. Shoot. I'm kind of anticipating that I'm gonna lose a little bit of VR. I wonder why. It's not like this is just your standard VR, you know. I'm not gonna let that joke die all video, trust me. It's just such a standard joke, you have to like accept it, that it's gonna happen, and yeah, it might be the standard from this point forward. Yeah, I'm expecting to lose some VR, but that's fine. If that happens, that happens. This is not a very good track to start off with, because this is also a front-running track, and if you have like a good vehicle, the good vehicles are going to kind of take this away a bit, so I actually could end up with a really good spot here. Come on. You know what? 7th is a great start for this very standard episode, so we ended up gaining 2. Let's go. That's all we're looking for. End up in the plus. Well, the random picks keep giving us some interesting tracks. Started off with Tick-Tock Clock, onto Choco Mountain. Now this isn't a track that gets picked a lot, and I sort of understand why. Because, like, yeah, it's a track, and certainly does exist. That's for sure. We're on an inside drifting bike there. Daisy player. Interesting. I believe that's a sport bike. Ooh. You know, the handling on this is actually really not bad. It's not bad at all. I just suck at the game right now. That's the only explanation I have for my amazing performance that everybody gets to watch me on. Dude, I don't like that you went wide. I don't understand the purpose of you going wide. So, next time make sure you inform us. Why are you going wide, you know? Because you can communicate through this game, obviously. Okay. Keep lobbing those forward. Thank you. Shortcut? Shortcut. Snipe. Oh! Get wrecked. Ooh, you've got greens too. I see. I should not have used my mushroom there. That was very poor decision making on my end. Oh my goodness. I think this race is over. I haven't even collected a lot of coins at all during this race. Yeah, this is... I like this track though. Ooh, another bullet. Give us a couple more spots. Okay. I think I'll take 8th. -7 though. That's actually kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. Man, the randomizer's on its game today. We're on Animal Crossing next. I'm probably gonna do an inside drift challenge now that I see that Daisy there. At some point. It'll probably be on the Yoshi bike because I prefer that vehicle a little bit better. For a lot of reasons. But, oh dude, that stinks. Alright, we need a couple of items here. I can make this vehicle work. Don't sleep on the standard card. Okay. You know what? That's actually fine. We'll just do that. Put the banana there. That was probably a little late for that banana, but that's okay. Can I lob another one? Should I lob another one? I'll actually just place one on the glider ramp. How about that? Somebody can get that later. Dang it. I don't think it's every day in this game that you see somebody just playing with the standard cart and Mario. So this is actually kind of hilarious. Just playing online with this. Because, like, we're in a room of lots of kind of high-tier character combinations. So, we want to, like... Oh, dude, that sucks. We want to do whatever we can to make people mad, you know? I don't think I'm in, like, I'm on Mario standard. If anything... Like, anything is good, honestly. Like, this 5th is, like, way more than I deserve. I shouldn't be getting 5th and gaining with Mario Standard. Like, seriously, that's hilarious. 4 races, 4 random tracks. We're kind of on just, like, the episode of picking everything random, so that's... pretty good. I'm only trying to pick tracks that are going to actually somewhat benefit me. So, yeah. Hopefully that happens. Like, the tracks that were there were, like, not good at all for my self-esteem. So, oh man, that lag, dude, is horrible. Okay, I got a mushroom here. I am gonna lose so much on these straightaways. Oh my goodness. Like, like, I just lose so much because, like, this thing is... I mean, it's got okay speed, but it's like... It's really the mini turbo that matters sometimes in this game. It matters a lot more than the previous Mario Kart games, so... Ooh, what do I want here? I want the double, I think. Ooh. I've had some really good pulls right now. You gotta kind of keep this running a little bit. Oh, that's fine. We're right at the boxes. Get wrecked. Hilarious. I'm not, like... I really wish that was the end of, like, lap 3, because this is ridiculous. I am driving really bad now. Okay. We kind of just have to play smart with this. Like, that's what this is going to teach me, how to play smart. This is actually a really good pull. There's 3 people in a bullet right now. Let's go. I need more placements. Oh, jeez. That driving was just horrendous. Horrendous. Oof. That's all I have to say. 5 randomized tracks, and this one has probably been the worst. So there is that. Okay. We're actually only down like 17 from our starting. I was at like 10:50, 10:5, 3:8, yeah. So, oh, many turns, really? So, not actually like in the world's worst position. Let's use a shroom there. Actually, I'm okay with this. I'm going wide because of the boomerang. Get out. Dude, are you gonna use that or not? Like, make the decision. I don't understand, like, unless if you've got like something up your sleeve. There you go. There you go. Guy figured out how to use his boomerang. Amazing. I'm gonna just make you mad a little bit more. In Mario Standard, you can't do anything about it. And the mini turn. This sucks! That's really bad. I 100% trimmed into them and 100% realized that this is real chaos on the racetrack. I've never been good at this track. Like, honestly. Go. This is like one of my worst tracks in the game. Online and everything. Rough. This is our first non-randomized track of the episode. Perfect. Wild Woods, here we go. Ugh, come on. One of my favorite tracks in the game. This is probably like a this is easily a top 5 for me. Ooh, I like how well you could ride the rail with that. That's actually really nice. Ooh, nobody's going for it. So that means that this is actually a really good spot to backspam. Perfect. Yeah, I don't actually mind how this kart handles at all. Like, it's got really good handling. I think its drift can use a little bit more. But, like, this is really, actually a really good track for this vehicle. That's not something I'd say out loud with them. This is like a low tier vehicle. Like, really, it's like the cream of the crop kind of like vehicle. We're playing. Oh, I couldn't do anything. Okay. Like, just looking at how like I'm able to compete with like some Waluigis here. Like, people who are using like the best vehicles in the game. We're gonna try this? Okay. I just got royally screwed over. That banana was in a really good spot. So, whoever placed that, props. Okay, this is a track we can reasonably win. And I actually mean that because this is a good track to bag on. We haven't had 200cc or like near or anything. Yeah, this is a incredibly good comeback track. If you guys don't know, I like to run this track. I don't want to stay in the back because I think if I run, I'm going to end up with... I'm actually going to end up in like one of the better placements because people bag heavy on this track and they end up bluing me or using the shock or something of that nature, and I end up using that to my benefit. And you've got a super horn. Interesting. Dodge that. No, you can't. Perfect. I am front running with Mario Standard. Let's go. This is hilarious. Where is the blue shells? Oh my goodness. Where are the blue shells, dude? Like, I shouldn't be asking for them, but I kind of have to. Well, I do now, because, like, I'm not in first anymore. Dude! Okay. That sucks. Alright, we're in 5th. This is kind of where I expected to be at this lap. There still hasn't been a single blue shell. Oh, I gotta use this. I better get triple muffins. Okay, that's really, really good. I'm gonna win with this. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh, that sucks. Plus 26 using Mario Standard. Man, this is just a track, man. We are back to the randomizer picking our tracks again. Twisted Mansion, let's go. I feel like being mean. There you go. I kind of have to play mean, or else, like, I'm not gonna do too hot. I should, at like this rate, I mean, I'm not playing well at all, because this is not a very good vehicle for this game. Oh, that was horrendous. Like, that was... I got that from an 8th place box. Are you serious? That's ridiculous. Come on. Dude, I'm in Mario Standard. No reason to star me. There is zero reason to star me. I'm already trying to fight for good placements. Come on. I wish I had this pole in lap 3. Man, that shortcut at the end is so broken. Oh man. That is what we call you know, I think the only way to describe that is just Morton. Just Morton. Morton doing Morton things. Can I get like a star or something here? Oh, that's really bad. This is like auto last here. Almost. How I beat out that Waluigi player, I don't think I will ever know. Unfortunate. Calamari Desert, let's go. Like, this is actually an okay track to bag a bit, but I ain't doing that. I know it's like kind of a mixed bag, and not to make a pun out of that, but like, okay, like, I'm okay being in this position right now because this track is just, it's another like really big shortcut track, but it's also like, did I seriously not get a boxer? That's fine. I don't care about being in the back. You guys are in such a hurry to get to the front. Like, this is kind of like where I need these items, kind of starting right here. Like, I could use more triple mushrooms, that'd be great. Ooh, even better. That's really, really good. That's really, really good. No, dude, that's not really good. Dude, is there a reason you had to go backwards for that? This is like over. This is over. I did not want to go backwards for that. I wanted just to get it then and there. I'm gonna beat at least Johnny. Johnny, you're gonna beat. There we go. Stupid. Stupid race. Royal Raceway, let's go. This is gonna be... Okay, we need to like do another like cheese land. We gotta get like better than second. Some of these races here. Let's do this. Oh, stupid. So dumb. I wanted to chain that into a box, but that did not work out to my favor. I am very concerned about that. Waluigi player! Oh my goodness. Did I really get a... green shells galore. My goodness. Man, handling on this is really good. I've been saying that a lot this episode, but like, honestly, this is a really good, like, basic cart to use in this game. Might be doing some more standard stuff like this, we'll see. Do like the standard bike and... Oh, that's a good pull. That's a really good pull. That's a really good pull. Get wrecked. Ooh, I dodged you. You should be happy about that. That was me. Don't star me, bro. Ugh. Come on, guys. That's all you're gonna give me, video game? Come on. I'm in Mario Standard. There's no reason for you to do that. You've got a higher tier character and vehicle. Oh, I raced that so well for that 11th. Like, so dumb. So dumb. Alright, we have Grumble on Mirror. Let's go. Actually, I feel very good about this because, like, this is a good test as, like, one of my better online tracks and competitive tracks just in general. So this could be a really, really good test to see how well we can do with this. Oh, that was horrible. That turn, man. I just love this track. This is a really good track, though, for me. This is probably my favorite track in the game. Probably is probably not right. It is my favorite track in the game. Let's see. Oh, okay, thanks. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Okay. I kind of need to hold this, but I'm gonna use it, cause like, okay, we're gonna kind of hope for the shock here. Use the shock. Use it. Use it. Why aren't you using the shock? So lame. Well, first is close. This is actually a relatively close pack. So this is not over. And we are very much in it right now. Gotta get out of the way of this bullet. It's not good, because that's like one of the most crucial boxes in the freaking stage. I have to go wide for that double. I really do now. I couldn't avoid that. No, I wanted the bullet first. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Ninth. Dude, that was just bad item roulette there. If I had the bullet first, that would have been really spectacular. Dang it. Dang it. You know, I love how we just play this track like twice out of the last 3 races. Sounds great. Alright, this is the last race of this episode. Let's see, can we get a dub? I would like to see a dub. On this. It's the one thing we haven't had. We came close. We got a 2nd place. Yeah, I figured we were going to lose a ton of VR, though, so let's grab these coins. I missed those coins. Okay, excellent. Love it. Love to see it. At least if you're going to give me this track again, game, like, give me, like, ooh, there's a good snipe. Oh, that sucked. That took out both of my greens? That's so annoying. That sucks. It's actually terrible. That was not what I wanted to do, because I wanted the double box. Thank you. Come on. Thanks. Love it. Appreciate it a lot, guys. No mini turbo there either. Ugh. Come on. This is terrible. Come on, game. What? You took my star! That looks like freaking Keanu Reeves. That's so annoying. I have a lot of disrespect for Keanu Reeves now. Unbelievable. So freaking stupid. You guys all suck. What a terrible ending. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I wanted to do something kind of a little silly, and that was a lot of fun. I want to start doing a little bit more of these challenges on this channel. We'll see what happens. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed that, let me know. And suggest your challenges. I want to hear some. I think I might be trying to do online, but on Inside Drift soon. We'll see. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like. It helps out tremendously. Also, subscribe to the channel. It's really important. Yeah, if you guys... And yeah, let me know what other suggestions you guys have. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you all later.